A brother and a sister join a boys' choir to raise their voices for youth mental health at a free concert this weekend here on our campus, the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga. Hope Sings, Songs of Youth and Mental Health from Be the Change Youth Initiative and the Chattanooga Boys Choir is Saturday, starting at 6 p.m. in the Roland Hayes Concert Hall at the UTC Fine Arts Center. Sydney Guerrette is the founder of Be the Change. She and her brother Brayden perform as In the Company of Wolves. I spoke with her mom, Deirdre Catlett, also Director of Operations for Be the Change, and Vic Oakes, Executive and Artistic Director of the Chattanooga Boys Choir. Vic, Deirdre, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
Tell us more about Hope Sings.
This Saturday, April 5th at 6 o'clock p.m. at the UTC Fine Arts Center, we're really excited that the Chattanooga Boys Choir is teaming up with our friends from the Be the Change Youth Initiative to present a concert, a program of pieces that are on a message that's really important right now to the kids that you'll see on the stage, to everyone of every age, about hope and healing and mental health. That's a hot topic, of course, but it's also a very personal one. And so we've been fortunate to curate some music and prepare some repertoire that's going to really focus on the importance of friendship and community and just really being inspired to help others.
And the emphasis on mental health, Deirdre, that has been on the radar for Be the Change for quite a while now.
It has 5 years since we've been here in Chattanooga. Sydney and Brayden, they have spoken to thousands of children and students in the Hamilton County area about the importance of normalizing conversations around mental health and talking and working with schools to get resources into the schools. We've created a video series to help teachers and students and families learn more about how to talk about mental health. So it's really great to be able to partner, especially with music, because music is a driving force for our message. So partnering with the Boys Choir on this initiative was an easy one to say yes to.
And talk more about what people will hear.
If you go to a quote-unquote typical boy choir concert, you can expect a pretty traditional offering, but this is anything but that. Everything from Cyndi Lauper to Coldplay to music that has been written just in the last year. There's a piece that we're doing that we premiered last year called Awaken by Sherry Blevins, and it's about the overuse of social media and technology and the importance to be aware and to be awake and alive in the moment so you can reach out and forge deep human connections. We're also performing a piece called Does the World Say, which talks about the images and the things that society tends to tell, especially young people, about what they should be like or act like or look like. Is that really important? But what's really the thing we should be focusing on, which is the relationships we build with others and the importance we find in being around other people.
What are we hearing from those who are participating in this performance as they're diving into this work, as they're rehearsing it, all with the themes that we've been talking about?
So they've been exploring it. Every rehearsal we've had chances to prepare the notes and the rhythms and so forth, but then we also take time to talk about what we are singing about. A piece called Crowded Table by the Highwomen, for instance, that we're singing an arrangement that, while the style is more country, it definitely has relatable across musical genres, across ages, across any fandom you might have, because the message is about building community, about making room at the table for everyone. And some might be surprised at just how deeply 12 and 13-year-olds do think about that. The average middle school adolescent existence is about, where do I fit in? What am I doing? How am I being viewed? And so what we're singing about, obviously I'm biased. I think it's important that music be a vehicle for expression. It helps them to literally give voice to so much of what they're thinking about.
And this is cutting across categories for this generation. This is not limited to one demographic or another. This is just something that we're seeing across this generation of young people.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like when we go into schools and talk to high school and middle school students particularly, they want to have conversations around this. They might not know how to have conversations, but they are so eager to have authentic, transparent conversations around mental health. And so this event is going to be a really great way also for parents to engage and start opening up that dialogue with students. It can be really, really awkward, but when we have the tools and we normalize the ways of doing it, that's the first step.
And there's a lot of back and forth in this collaboration too.
That's exactly right. Our friends from the Be the Change Youth Initiative will be presenting several pieces that they have taken into schools and shared that message. So not your typical choir sound. So we got to go back and forth, but then we're really excited to to close the program together on a song paraphrasing Mr. Rogers' Won't You Be My Neighbor? And isn't that something we all need to hear right now?
We're really excited about that one. Sydney and Brayden wrote this special arrangement of that song, 6 years ago when we were living on the road. It's been kind of in a drawer, so to speak, but the dream was always to be able to sing it with a choir. And so we actually reached out to Fred Rogers Productions to get their approval. And they not only gave us the approval to sing it on Saturday, but also to record it on the kids' album, which they'll be doing in May.
And talk more about where and when this will take place.
This Saturday, April 5th, in the Fine Arts Center at UTC in the Roland Hayes Auditorium, beginning at 6 o'clock. There's no admission fee, but we are able to help take up some donations for those that want to help advance the missions of our programs. Another thing that might be of interest is that if people have seen a choir concert but yet have never really been to one or aren't sure about their attendance, this is one where obviously the repertoire is very accessible, a lot of modern pieces. There'll also be some video projection to help kind of amplify the listener's experience. So there'll be something for everybody, and just really encourage everyone to come out. They're just going to find something and probably everything that they'll enjoy.
And for people who want to learn more about it, where can they go online?
They can visit our website, ChattanoogaBoysChoir.org, and our social media.
And for us, it's BeTheChangeYI.com and on Instagram @BeTheChangeYI.
All right. Vic, Deirdre, thanks so much.
Thanks.
Thank you.